glamorous idiots, but yeah.
This is the Martini Whisperer, Philip Jones.
Welcome to my home.
And I'm Emma from HerCanberra. And can you turn it all down, please?
Yeah.
We are doing a Instagram live tonight to profile 3 really, really special cocktails that Philip has come up with. They're bespoke, they're beautiful, they're using some wonderful ingredients, and they all have a theme, which is 2020.
Go home, you're drunk.
Yeah. And I'd like to be too. So cheers to that.
Cheers to that, everybody. So thanks for sticking around, and sorry about that technical, but if it doesn't sound like 20, we had everything perfectly tested, and then it wasn't.
Yeah.
Right?
I don't even know.
So we pivoted.
Could I just say thanks to
right?
the ever unflappable Amanda Whitley. Seriously, where would we be without Amanda? She's the best. Anyway, let's jump straight in. Tell us about the inspiration for your very first cocktail and tell us how it's going to unroll here.
Sure thing. Okay. And we should also let you know we've got a bit of a small studio audience plus a Cobra puppy. So what could possibly go wrong, right? So Cosmo the Wonder Dog. Anyway, we'll get to that later. So welcome to my home, and I'm really delighted to be working with HerCanberra again because way back when.
In March.
Remember?
Before this
Remember March?
Year started.
I vaguely remember March. What was the joke about COVID lockdown? You ended up chunky, hunky, or drunky.
Or all 3.
Oh, I'm working on 2 out of 3 anyway. So yeah, exactly right. So clearly it's been a very creative kind of period for many of us, and I've got
and a very alcoholic period for many others of us.
Right. Well, you have to do what you have to do, right?
You do.
What Bing Crosby used to call healing waters, right? So
yeah.
we've been reasonably with friends. So it's Friday night, and you deserve a drink. So my philosophy about cocktails is we've got many amazing bars in Canberra and very talented mixologists. So I'm not going to try and cut their grass, so to speak, and make a drink that they can make beautifully and execute well, or give you ingredients that are really hard to find, right? Because we all go on Instagram, they're beautiful cocktails, but they're so pretty you can't find the drink amongst the foliage, and they've got amazing ingredients and exotic stuff, and go, great, but can I make that? So these things you can do at home, bottom line, and we're going to have the recipe up tomorrow.
Yes, I've written all the recipes out, so there'll be a story in the morning for those of you who are keen to kick off a lively Saturday night with any of the drinks that you see here tonight.
That's right. So what I'm going to do now is aptly named this what we just went through now. It's called the pivot. Because it has both spice and sweetness. So it's a yin-yang kind of cocktail. And it's been a year of mixed blessings in many ways, hasn't it? Because
it's not all bad.
It's not all bad. We've found many amazing things, and found our tribe in so many ways. So it's also about making the best of things in a round. So our doctor and Cosmo is attached to his lead, so he doesn't jump on us. Can you bring one a small chilled glass out of the fridge, please? Thank you.
We've got friends here for moral support.
We have many friends for moral support, yes. As we all had to have this year. Okay, so what's in this? So it's a bit of a Canberra theme, naturally needless to say. And Emma, this is a bit on you, isn't it?
Yeah. So I said to Philip that I wanted whatever he thought, because he really is a master at his craft, and I'm often in awe of the drinks that you've made me, and I still remember the quarantini that you made in March, and it was just divine. But I was just thinking, my favourite gin at the moment is the Canberra Distillery's Slow Gin, and it's
going to be back to front, but you'll see what I mean.
Yeah, and also I thought it's bright red, so it's nice and Christmassy, so it's something that we can enjoy over the Christmas period. So I was just curious to see what Philip would do with slow gin. So I said, can one of them be with slow gin? And
the thing about slow gin, before we dive right into that, is if you're not aware how it's made, it's a very ancient form of gin. So there's different types. There's not many around Australia, but essentially you get the slow berry, usually with an E, so S-O-L-E, and it's a bit like a holly bush, so it's again very Christmassy, right? So apparently back in the day, the English came to Tasmania and planted a whole bunch of stuff there.
So these are Tasmanian berries.
Perfect. So the best, right? The best. Yeah. And the thing about Canberra Distillery is they take a lot of care. Which I chose this one is there's a few to choose from. Is that they do a distillation process that's very delicate.
Yeah.
Change the flavour. So you take the berries, and they're like very small excuse my French, a bugger to make, big apparently, because you've got to prick the little berries and then macerate them in sugar and spirit for quite a long time. And so there's no necessary distillation involved in some cases.
I think there's No, I wouldn't know. Who would even know? I'll ask Tim Reed.
Yes.
I'll
So
write a story on the ins and outs of sloe gin so that we can all understand how it came to be.
that's
All
right.
I know is that it tastes deliciously fruity and berry-ish, and
It's got a very distinct flavour as well.
yeah, yeah.
It really,
It's- you have to
really
try
is.
it to
It really is. Okay, so given all that, so we've got 60 mils. Let's start. Let's do it. So two nips. So 2 nips because it's Christmas, right? So and you're drinking it.
I'm
you
agree.
are-
I'm fine. I'm
yeah,
fine. Let's
so
go.
let's-
Hit me up.
Now, you're the only person besides me that's drunk ever tried this. Right? So,
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I have absolute faith.
So no pressure, right?
I wonder if I can just tilt the camera down a little
Yeah.
bit.
So we can do this.
Yeah,
So there's a
there we
little
go.
ensemble
There we
right
go.
here.
And also, guys, feel free to ask questions as we go. One of our lovely audience members will yell up because I can't possibly read the
Yeah, so if you've got a
margins.
question
So
or a comment
far
along the way, so
yeah, just let us
our
know
friends here
and
will
we will
we've plugged them with alcohol, so they're good to go. Okay, so sloe gin has a very kind of, as you said, a slightly sweet but a kind of plummy, earthy kind of flavour to this.
I think it's a little bit like cranberry. It's got the tart
Right.
aftertaste.
So I've chosen a tonic water, a ginger beer. It's out of Melbourne called Strange Love. It's a ginger Christmas, right?
Yes.
Okay, right.
I'm feeling where you're going with this. I
Okay.
really am.
So you can build this in a glass or you can build it in a jug, and basically you add. So you make a punch basically. So that tunes in. So you can see how I get a little mixer. So you can actually make a big jug of this for friends.
And now I'm drooling.
Okay, right. So we'll put this over here. So no association. I don't get paid for any of this stuff, but yeah. So Strange Love. It's if you don't like ginger, choose a soda water or a very light tonic. So idle rule, because this thing's got a kick to it, right? I'm not quite done yet.
I need a kick after the start to that first Insta Live, the
Oh, I know.
silent movie that we almost made.
Okay, so you can do this in a tall glass or in a cocktail glass, but I'm just going to give it a little stir here, so just to like freshen it up. Oh yeah.
This is a new
Is
Oh,
it
yeah.
strong? Is it strong? It's not
Hopefully
strong.
Oh, you want strong?
Steve.
We've got a ways to go, girl.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so it's very in mind. Okay, it's a nice chill glass. So you can do a tall glass or a cocktail glass in this case. Now, this is the fun bit. So what you're going to do is, again, more ginger. So candied ginger, right? So I've just sliced it up before. And then we're going to put this on a little skewer, like so. Because too much ginger.
Like you do with your olives in your
Voila.
martinis.
Voila. And then beautiful grapefruit. It's in season at the moment. And we're going to just make a little... We're working on my Japanese garnishes, right? So, not quite. So a little
I
bit
can
of grape...
smell it. It's beautiful.
Because the grapefruit peel will cut through some of this a bit. So you've got a double whammy here of the candied ginger.
Okay, I've got a question. Where do we get the little skewers, the baby skewers from?
Oh, not too hard to find. If you go to like a bar supply shop online,
Oh, online.
yeah,
Sure.
and our friend, you know, with stuff to
I shop a lot, but not in bar supply shops. It's,
But yes, you can. Okay, so and then so it's nice and cool. Is that colour? What do you think the colour?
Yeah, beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah, yeah.
don't you think that's a beautiful Christmas cocktail with a little bit of
Yeah. And of course,
red to go?
you can even share the ginger at the end. So there you go. What do you think, Vince?
So this is the,
Oh, yeah, wow.
what is it called?
Good question. The pivot.
The pivot. The pivot.
Because
The
you're
pivot.
yin yang.
We all did it this year. We all did it.
None of true friends. Let's see where we
Okay.
go.
So we won't share glasses because it's, you know,
Or yours.
global pandemic, so I'll have a little taste.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's perfect with ginger beer.
Anything in the
Perfect.
back note
Shall I
coming
bring
through that will heat.
And it's sweet, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Everyone will love this. It's just sweet. It's beautiful. It's delicious. I'll just go in the corner and scull this. And
We've got a question from the audience here.
Someone's asked about your stirrer.
My stirrer. So question, thank you for who it was about the stirrer. This one here, the question was, what's the question was asking?
Where did you get it?
Oh, okay, so again, look for bar spoons online, and the pro tip with this, I'm going to do this over here, is you can take a little pinky, that's not showing off, right? Most people do it, but
It's harder. It's actually harder to stir than it looks.
it's way harder. You need to practice with a straw or pencil, but think about you holding a pen or pencil. So when you kill those cool mixologists, you know, and they're kind of like that rigmarole, what you're not doing is this in a glass. So let's do this. So I'm not actually, what I'm actually doing is that.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? Touch your risque, Joe.
Hey, do you know? Yeah, you can. I just need to say that the ginger really hits up the back of your throat
That's
after
right.
the first few sips.
That back note.
Yeah, it's very Christmassy.
Great.
Cheers. How many days till Christmas? 30.
Too many.
30.
Not enough. Not enough or too many.
Yeah.
Not enough, too many. So can I get one of our glamorous assistants here to take this away?
And pour it to our audience.
Yes, there's glasses. There were glasses
And then
on the
we'll-
bed.
No.
Maybe not you. Maybe not you with a puppy in your arm. So can I get another bottle of our friend? Cocktails and puppies on a leash. Maybe
No,
that's
it's
combination.
alright.
All right.
I've mastered
He's
this
very
now.
well behaved.
Okay.
We'll show you Cosmo later, but like I said, puppy. So there you are.
Yeah.
The pivot.
So, if you are interested in making that, tomorrow on HerCanberra will publish the recipes, the directions, the names and everything, and the ingredients. So nobody needs to take notes.
Just enjoy the ride.
Enjoy that. Yeah.
Any more
Enjoy the
questions?
ride.
How are we going, friends?
Any other questions?
We're good? Okay.
Good.
So we're going to move to the next one in a minute. I'm just going to get a chill bottle of Prosecco. So just amuse our friends.
Oh, music to my ears.
Yeah.
Who doesn't love a chilled bottle of Prosecco?
No
Thank
one I
God
want
it's
to be friends
Friday.
with.
Pardon?
No one I want to be friends with.
It was really stressful doing it live that nobody could hear. That's going to stay with me for quite some hours and possibly some days and maybe even some weeks. Anyway, thanks to all of you who came back after that.
So you need to drink a little bit. While
Yeah,
I amuse
I'm
our-
drinking.
amuse our friends. So the inspiration for the next cocktail is called, it's not super original, but it's got a ring to it.
Can you hold the cocktail up so that people can see the beautiful blush you?
So remember, this has, if you just joined us, we're creating cocktails inspired by 2020, and the theme is basically 2020 go
Little
home,
bit of-
you're drunk.
Little bit of ginger and a little bit of grapefruit.
Feel, yes,
So-
exactly right. And what people tend to forget about a cocktail is it has a life expectancy of about 20 minutes
Yeah,
or so,
yeah.
depending on how
That's
hot
why-
it is.
That's why I've got to drink it quickly.
I know. We're gonna call it COVID puppy off stage here. So
we
about-
all got animals during the lockdown.
I don't know why our skills I never had. Like I've done the deck, I've done the door, I fixed the fridge.
But it's really cute. We'll get Cosmo. We'll get him on camera shortly.
Here they come.
So okay. So what could possibly go wrong? Like cocktails and puppies.
Keep drinking.
Okay, great.
Oh, I needed to just say something,
Please.
and hopefully you can hear above the noise. When I drink slow gin, I just have the slow gin and tonic, and when my children don't eat the fruit that I buy them for school, I peel their tiny baby mandarins and I freeze them, and then I pop a frozen mandarin in, which not only cools it down beautifully, doesn't water it down, but the mandarin sort of, the citrus
Yeah.
flavour does come through. So the grapefruit is similar. I think it's
Yes.
slow gin and citrus
Actually,
is a
even
good-
in a pinch, mandarin actually would work really well because the idea behind that in the photo profile is simply to kind of cut through some of that sweetness.
Yeah.
Yep. So you balance it out.
Yeah.
Which reminds me, another thing. If you're, we're going to get to a rum in a minute, so that'll freak people out. Trust me, son.
I don't drink rum, but anyway, I'll
No,
give it a go.
no, this is going to blow your mind, kids. So so now we've got some people just trying this for the first time. First impressions, friends.
Oh, I want to have a bath in it.
Okay. Should I try and move
Let's
okay.
do this.
Okay.
So what we're
You
going to do
stay
now,
there.
what's going to happen now is Emma's going to get us a vox pop from our little friends here.
I'm going
Um,
to try and move that.
In a bit. Puppy.
So, here are the friends, and here's the puppy. Hi, Cosmo. Put your legs together. So, these are people enjoying.
to the dog.
Okay, and I'll just bring it right back to us. All right. How's that, darling?
That's
Is that
perfect, take care. We'll just get that leveled up a bit, that's fine. Again, if you're just joining us, I'm Phil Jones, Martini Whisperer, welcome to my home, beautiful Macdonald, HerCanberra. And we're making cocktails to say goodbye to 2020. And I guess the point of a good cocktail is to bring people together, isn't it?
Yeah, and also over Christmas, maybe this Christmas will be a bit more special because we will be seeing friends and family that we mightn't have seen for a long time. So we thought if we gave you these recipes and Philip came up with these ideas that it might be something to inspire your Christmas table, just something a little bit extra special. And also, Philip, I have to say, ever since you got your neon sign, I have been lobbying like a mad woman to get neon in our house. It's very, very cool.
It's a birthday gift for my darling wife, and but my neighbours kind of love it because I think like sometimes I just turn it on like that overnight, and I guess we never close, open 24/7. Anyway, so we digress.
Okay, next cocktail.
So again, the thing about these cocktails is they're really easy to make. The ingredients are not hard to find, and you can scarve them up. So if you just want to make a big jug of them, like a punch bowl, that's perfectly good, right?
Okay, and also the next one I am so excited about.
So remember the quarantini we did? That was such a fun day, right? It seems such a lot of age.
Yeah,
doesn't
yeah,
it?
yeah.
Okay, so,
Little did we know. Little did we know.
So this is, if you're a HerCanberra follower, this is no need some introductions, does it?
Doesn't need any introduction.
But just in case.
It's our award-winning French Earl Grey gin. So the gorgeous distiller Tim Reardon and I go way back. We used to work in Parliament House together,
Wow.
and he said one day, why don't you write a story on what it's like to make gin? And I was like, sure, can we make one? And he said, sure. And I said, what if we make a really good one? Will you produce it? And he said, well, you're a journalist and I'm a distiller, so why don't we just take it one step at a time? But being the competitive person that I am, I was like, right. So I researched every single gin, and I thought, what do I like? French Earl Grey tea. Mm-hmm. So we made this gin. It takes about 14 days, I think, to flock. Is that the term?
Yeah.
Anyway, on day 15, Tim turned up to my doorstep with a little taster, and he said, actually, it's beautiful. And it really is just the most.
It's amazing.
I'm so proud of it, and we all did it together, and it was just so much fun. So if you haven't tasted it, you should.
It's a fine achievement. Thank you so much. Thank you. And it's also in a very famous bar in Singapore, isn't it? Atlas.
Yes.
So
the most incredible. We went when we did a HerCanberra girls trip to Singapore. We went to this. It was the most. You just need to Google Atlas Bar. It has 1,000 different types of gin or more.
It's my happy place. Sorry.
So you've been?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just glorious. It's the
Leave
most beautiful
your
place.
credit card at home. You won't get it back.
Yeah.
But it's
Anyway.
worth every penny. It's amazing.
We went to a few bars in Singapore where our gin was on sale, and it was just mind-blowing.
It's
just
a
mind-blowing.
great city.
Yeah.
Great city.
So thank you, Tim, if you're watching. If Tim's watching, I'm sure Emma's watching.
Now again, so to this is called a 2010. So nice, easy, catchy kind of thing to remember. Yeah. So hashtag. I think no one's done it yet. And again, the idea is when I look at the base spirit. So I had to do a HerCanberra gin, other things, right? And so how do you make a gin out of something that's subtle? Sorry, cocktail, I should say. Cocktail out of something so subtle. But this is where it gets fun. Right? So again, it's very simple to make. So you're going to need a chilled champagne glass, like so. And then you're going to make 45 mils, so 1/2 nip of the lovely gin, and just build it in the glass. So it's really, really simple.
So they need to watch this, because if you guys haven't already tried the HerCanberra gin, it's actually magical, and it will change colour before your very eyes.
That's right.
So it's blue now.
You can see how. Voila.
Do you want me to hold it up to the camera when you add your bits and pieces?
And then, of course, Prosecco is Taste of Summer. Nice and light and dry, not too boozy.
Okay,
that's
so
a good
it's
idea.
blue.
Yes.
Oh, did you hear that, audience?
That's the side result.
Look, isn't it beautiful? It's magic.
Wait, there's more.
Oh, do you want me to keep holding it?
No, look it
We'll
down.
pop it down.
So way back when I did the quarantini, I did one of a cocktail with silver dust. So I kind of think we all need a little something extra, right? A little gold dust. So what this has is gold dust. So edible gold dust.
Gold Dust Woman, go Stevie Nicks.
Pro tip, don't shake with this. It gets everywhere in your kitchen. So all you do is get a little bar spoony thing, if you're going to get it online, like so. So just a little dip of the sparkles right there. And you're going to like stir that so it becomes a little golden snow dome in your glass.
Oh.
Still going. And then, because we all need a little something special, a little sweetness this year, right? We need a reward after what we've been through. Top nostalgic, maraschino cherries.
Oh, okay.
Voila.
Oh, it looks so beautiful. Look at that. It's golden. fun.
I think-
Oh, I can see that. I can so see the sparkles.
So a little bit extra because you deserve it, Emma. There you go. We all deserve it.
So, I just need to say, after the quarantini, I went to buy my own sparkles, and the essential ingredient, which is where you get them,
Mm-hmm.
had sold out. So,
You're welcome.
I bet everyone's been I bet you everyone. Oh, look at that. It is just beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay, bed taste. Taste? Taste.
Please.
Cheers.
Santé.
Oh, it's beautiful. I have never had the gin with Prosecco, and it's beautiful.
Thank you. So
It's
simple.
very fragrant.
So
It's
simple.
very perfumey. It's got a real
Because it picks up the
floral.
bergamot from the tea.
Yeah. Oh,
And just gorge and
Prosecco's great with everything, isn't it?
exactly right. And you get and that sweetness will come through just a little bit too. So
It is just the most beautiful thing.
and it just hangs near because the Prosecco bubbles, can you maybe show again? The Prosecco bubbles will keep the gold dust sparkling for the life of the
Yeah, I
cocktail.
don't think you can quite see, but anyway, I
Yeah.
guarantee if you serve this to friends on Christmas Day, Christmas Eve, or actually New Year's Eve, like how do we
Yeah, That's
really,
it.
really get rid of 2020 bad vibes
yeah.
with gold dust in our
Gold dust in
cocktails? Awesome, this one is divine.
Most welcome. Thank you. Have we got any more questions? Have we got some questions on the way? Question was,
Does gold
does...
have a flavour?
Oh, that's a very good question.
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't have a flavour.
No.
It does not. So you're quite safe and it lasts
Yeah.
forever, you know.
You can put gold on your skin as well,
Really?
bizarrely. I've got a moisturiser and it had gold bits, and I said, what are the gold bits? And they said, gold. And I said, but what's the matter with that? Gold. Gold.
Gold.
So there you go.
There you go. There you go.
Can wear it, can eat it, can moisturise with it. Okay, what's next? And clearly the cocktails are kicking in, aren't they?
It's Friday night and we deserve it. So thanks for tuning in. If you just joined us, I'm Phil Jones Martini with Macdonald for HerCanberra.
Yes.
Welcome to my home. We're making free cocktails. We've done
The pivot.
the pivot, featuring the slow gin and some very hot ginger beer and some ginger and some grapefruit, which you guys will have a taste in a minute when you're ready.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't
Can't choose.
decide.
They're very, very different drinks.
Mm.
And the first one, did you like that one? It's fun.
Love it.
Beautiful.
Oh,
This is one that I reckon you could quaff.
Okay.
Did I say
Get the
quaff?
glass
You could
and
drink
get-
sensibly
Yes.
right throughout the day.
Right by the pool.
Whereas the slow gin one feels quite
What do you think?
packs a punch.
Yeah, oh
I
yeah,
feel.
oh yeah. So it's basically in 2020 system, right? So you've got a kind of catharsis, and then you've got your like elevation. Yeah, we won, we got through it, you know. And then the next one will be kind of the comfort zone.
It's like the mimosa for 2020. That's right. It's our Christmas Day breakfast drink.
The most of 2020. You heard that here first, friends. So what I'm going to do for our friends here is make
Yes, can you make some of those
make
for
the
us?
And while he's
2020.
making, can I ask you a question that I'm
Please-
sure
please
everybody
do.
wants to ask?
I'm not measuring because I've done this before.
Philip,
Yes, ma'am.
whenever we've drunk together, or you've taught me how to make martinis, or we've been at a function, you're very, very reserved. You might have one, you have a little taste. I want to know, do you ever drink more than...
Oh yeah.
Really?
Now the thing.
It's not just me then.
So I should probably donate my liver to science when I'm gone. No, in all seriousness.
You're very healthy though. You go to the gym.
Oh, I'm very committed to my health, and it's very important. I mean, I have a pretty. I spend my days, you know, tasting, testing, and giving feedback to distillers, or doing events every day, and so on, so forth. Thank you. What I'm going to do is, yeah, thank you. And so I'm very adamant that you can't do the cocktail crime if you don't do the gym time. Basically, because clearly, you know, you want to look after yourself and stay well. So I have made a big commitment to my health this year, since you asked. But yes, you know, sometimes it catches you out. There are days when I can have a half a sip and I'm gone off to the ferries, and days when I can have four martinis and I'm good as gold next morning. So it's about hydration, it's about biochemistry, and it's about the food you eat and all the rest of it. So I really encourage you to... question was, sell my soul to the gym... How's this go? Sell my soul to the gym for gin, yes. Yes. Well, yes, I do pay for my sins, just so you know. So there are days I'm slightly better than others. But you know, that's true. It's true. So I do have my limits, and a man famously once said, "A man has no limits." But I do say this sometimes, that you know, a good martini should always be an occasion. If you're just knocking it back, you're doing something wrong. Yeah.
I'm just taking a photo of this beautiful.
So the colours change, as you can see, and that beautiful gold dust going around, like so. I might put a bit more Prosecco in that, and then we're going to serve our friends here the Maraschino cherry. So again, this is the 20 and it has...
Now, what brand maraschino cherries do you use?
Well, that's good. I have no particular brand loyalty in this respect. But just go to your kind of cheap or cheerful. We're talking the old school cherry ones that you would never find a use. This is probably the best use for them. In one of these.
Yeah, they're not. Yeah, they're not great, are they?
Have we got everyone's having some? So 1, 2, 3.
Yes, we're all having some.
Oh, here they come.
Small glasses.
Everyone's coming some. We have just enough. So yes, just the little regular ones.
And we do have another question from the floor.
Oh,
Yes.
please,
Why does the Canberra region produce such good spirits?
Great question. Okay, so in the Canberra region, so I keep track, same as Chambers Bloke. If you want to know all the distillers in Australia, they're all listed on my website, on whiskey makers and vodka makers. And every 2 weeks I'm adding another 3 or 4, right? Another Canberra guy popped up yesterday, in fact. And so what's happened is, and talk to the floor here, and you asked that really good question, is that 2 things have happened. One is that the industry is very collaborative still, so they're all helping each other out, and it's growing at exponential rates. So there's something like 365 gin makers in Australia now, and growing at a rapid rate, but the market share is really small. So next time you go to a bottle shop, and you can get your cheap and cheerful nameless gin from overseas, and you've got slightly more expensive Aussie gin, just remember they put their passion into this. You know, they're small business, they're often husband-wife operations, rural regional Australia. Most Australian gin is touched 22 times by the maker alone before it gets to you.
Yeah.
Right? It's hand bottled, hand labelled, driven to the place, all that jazz. That's why I'm passionate about that story. And just so you know, a third of that price tag is excise to the ATO. Sorry, price, but really.
Yeah.
We're the third highest in the world, right? So it's no fault of their own, but slightly more expensive than everybody else. But, oh, here we go, look at that.
So I've got a theory. I've just written a big piece on Canberra's wine industry, and I've got a theory as to why our spirits are so good. And that's because our citizens are so clever. You know, people are clever. They don't rush into things. They know their stuff. I just need to take a little photo.
You need these swirly pools of goodness.
The gold
The
is
swirly
just
pools of
divine.
goodness. Because again, the Prosecco is like bubbling all the gold dust to the top and going around. And the other thing that makes...
Cosmo wants one too.
Yeah, Cosmo's... he takes after his dad. What are you going to do, right? The other point I was going to make, and if we can... Emma, could you be honest here? Thank you. So we'll just go for our audience here. The other thing that makes them so good is that, I guess, a very modern sensibility.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's what we're after.
I'm going to swap.
It's like a grown-up snow dome in a glass.
Yeah.
Way much better, right?
This one's got more glitter. Can you see the...
So the Prosecco cycling around, you got the cherry at the bottom, the All Grey
Yeah.
tea, voila.
I just hope that the essential ingredients got enough gold dust to last us all.
And cake shop's a good place to find.
Thank you.
And the final thought, Paul, to your question was why it also makes great spirits is I think, as a picking up on what Emma's saying, we've got a very contemporary urban sensibility. So whilst every gin maker is inspired by their location, their place, their botanical and places like that, our take, generally speaking, is that a very, very contemporary expression of spirits, which is the technology. So gin, distillers in my experience are like part art scientist, part chemist. And Cosmo agrees. Well, he does. He's got an opinion about everything. All right. So there you are. That's the 20 So we're up for the last one.
We are. Our very, very... It's just delicioso. So you're not having any. You have to make your own after we've all
Please. Thank you.
finished.
I will enjoy these later. I never drink on the job. Fun fact. Never drink on the job.
Yum.
Okay, so the last one is, so we've done the catharsis, we've done the celebration, and now we want some comfort zone.
And what did you name this one?
Well, I say comfort.
ISO Comfort. ISO Comfort. Very clever. All right,
Let's do it.
let's do it.
Okay, so I've gone back to the well again, and I'm repaying a favour to Canberra Distillery, because I get sent things to write up and review all the time. and sometimes, you know, things get in the way, and 2020 got in the way a little bit. So they sent me way back when this cocoa liqueur, and it's aged also with the Earl Grey tea and prosecco
And gold dust and
and
maraschino
cherry.
Do you like?
Smiles all around over here, which is kind of reassuring.
It's quite potent.
Yes, very much.
Exactly.
You're welcome. Okay, so we've got a cocoa liqueur, and it's only alcohol by volume. It's only quite light. It's only 20%. You'd be nice to know. You'd be pleased to know, right? Even though you're Ubering, which is very sensible. Now, this is a little bit of a dig. Queensland just opened its borders, right? So we had to have a little swim in Queensland, right?
Yeah.
Because where were you, Queensland, all this time? We missed you, right?
Yeah.
So
Nothing like feeling a door just slammed in your face. Queensland. Yeah, I'm going to Queensland next week, so.
Oh,
Woohoo!
lucky duck. Okay, so this is a terrific gin, rum, and I've been championing Australian rum for a while now, and it's a bit of a hard barrier to push because people, you think rum, you go to a certain place in your mind, right?
Mm-hmm.
But there's a whole renaissance of contemporary Australian rum, rum, 3 times, rum, that are really interesting in Sydney and Melbourne, all around Australia, and they're very interesting. And so, but Ben Lee, this one here, the silver rum, so the clear rum here,
Yeah.
way back when, I was like the manager of the Oak Room. So some of you might have been the Oak Room at the Hyatt Hotel. It's long gone now. It's the best fine dining restaurant in Australia at one point. So I was the manager, and there's a bottle here on the shelf in the bar. And I went, oh, Australian rum. It was delicious, fantastic. It stuck in my mind. Cut forward to a few years ago, and they reiterated the brand. And the story goes that there was a paddle boat steamer, and you go up the river, probably 1860s, and you go up the rivers and get the sugarcane and the pulp to make the rum illegally on this still, on this paddle boat, and you feel just trying to catch him the whole time. It's all very kind of, you know, Dukes of Hazzard, which is very Queensland anyway. So anyway, we digress. Sorry, Queensland, we love you, really did. I don't think I went to Port Douglas. You know, we digress. So yes, Ben Lee rum, it's fantastic. Smell this. Trust me. Trust me.
Smell?
Trust me.
It just smells so. Oh god, that smells beautiful.
I told you.
That smells like a fruit cake.
Told you. Trust me.
That honestly wasn't what I was expecting.
Exactly right, right? So there's a fantastic category of really beautiful rum, and they used the original still from that paddle boat to make the stuff. So, amazing old gear. So, you like espresso martinis, right?
I love espresso martinis.
Okay, so this is the espresso martini that we're doing, promise.
Okay.
Okay, so we've got the cocoa liqueur, we've got the rum, we've got orange bitters, trust me, we've got coffee, in this case Cosmos coffee, old school Canberra family blend. Thank you guys, beautiful coffee. We have that every morning. Cosmo wakes up 5:30 in the morning with the coffee on, and then we're ready for his walk, right?
Oh.
It's hard work. Exactly.
He heard you say the word.
Thank you, Cosmo. You're welcome. Yeah, so we've all been puppy mums and dads, and sure. Okay, so this is the fun one. Let's get you to shake it, right?
Okay.
So what you do is 2 nips of the cocoa liqueur. Turn off, and then
2 nips. Good lord.
it's only 20.
This isn't just for me, is it?
No, yeah. Well, remember this is like dessert. This is dessert, and then half a nip of the rum. So, and then a dash of the orange bitters. Orange bitters not too hard to find, but look for American brand Fee Brothers or Regan's. It's the best. A few drops of that. Then a dash of your coffee. So if you've got a espresso machine at home or whatever, just a dose of that. Now, if you've ever been to a bar and you make an espresso martini to get nice and frothy, right?
Yeah.
So here's your pro tip. You get one of these. This is a Hawthorne in the business. So you take that off.
Oh.
It constructs. It's like,
Yeah.
it's like a kind
Didn't even know that came up.
Voilà.
Yeah.
And then you whack this little
Duvalaki.
duvalaki,
Worm.
yeah,
Slinky.
Slinky.
A slinky.
into
Oh, well,
You
there
shake
you
it.
go. You come to HerCanberra to learn stuff, don't you? I mean, really.
So this is like a turbo. This is a turbo to your shaking. Let's go, Sherry.
Yeah.
Martini. Martini. So you want it in such a way. Feel that? Not ready yet. So you want to get so cold that
So
Pain-
Philip,
painful to hold.
you told me when making martinis, you stir.
But the
you
difference
stir,
is...
not shake. But when you want the froth and the ice chips to build into the drink, you
Voila.
shake.
Voila. Exactly that.
Is it ready? Let me take.
Yeah.
It's very cold.
We're good. Okay, so that glass over there, please. Okay, let's go. Moment of truth. So that's going to come in there.
Ooh, it's got froth.
A little bit of
It's
froth.
like a good espresso.
And it's going to sit there for a second. And then, the piece resistance is some little cinnamon.
Oh,
Now, what you could also do, pro tip, is a little cinnamon dusting on top. Affogato. You know, espresso with ice cream?
I love it.
So you make this and pour over some ice cream.
I don't know if you can see, but it's got a beautiful frothy top, just like a good coffee. All right, let's go. Oh, it's so chocolatey. It's chocolate with coffee. It's
yummy?
just delicious.
And the rum's got a little bit of, a bit of spice there background. Subtle. It's really subtle.
Oh God, that's divine.
Voila. That's lovely. Thank you.
Oh.
You guys got to wait to try this one.
So you could wake up in the morning and have the 2020, what is it? 20
20 yes.
And then in the afternoon you could have a pivot.
Yes.
And then at night you could have some iso comfort.
Yes.
And that would make a really, really lovely Christmas day. All right, this is your last chance to ask any questions of the Martini Whisperer, who has years and years and years of experience and really knows his way around a cocktail bar. So if we don't have any more questions, we might let Philip go and make drinks.
Make a drink
for the rest of the team.
Yeah,
So
one
beautifully,
for me, maybe.
beautifully.
So do I dance? No, I don't. The question for the audience. I'm a terrible salsa dancer. I wish I could speak French and play music, but I
Yeah,
try
but you
very
can
hard.
mix an awesome cocktail. So
We
we
have to-
can't ask for too much. All right, so guys, first thing in the morning on for those who get our EDM, for those who have signed up to get the HerCanberra stories every day in their inbox, you'll get it in the morning or sort of midday. And it will go up on the website tomorrow, and you'll be able to have all the recipes and all the instructions from Philip. They're one-of-a-kind cocktails that he's been kind enough to make for us, so we're really, really grateful that you tuned in, and we hope everyone has a really beautiful Christmas time and that we get out of this year with some semblance of sanity.
Well, we'll have perspective.
I won't by the end of the night. All of these, we're going to end it there. Thank you so much for joining in.
Thank you for tuning in, everybody. We're great to have your company.
Take care. Bye.